All right. Farmer Industry again. And done a few upgrades, but let's see what we currently got going on here. So I think all the fields are growing. We got corn growing on these 4 fields. Yeah, it looks a little weird. Let's get grass out there. And then about this for grass, because we are starting to need a lot of food. We got over 1,000 cows at this point, so we got to step up the food production. So I just harvested straw on most of these, so we got plenty of straw, well, at least for a while. We do need more grass for hay, and we need more for silage. So that's where we're currently going. Yeah, you see the grass is ready to harvest. Everything is fertilized. But I think I'm gonna run one more day on the grass here to get a little bit more yield. And then we'll take a look at the equipment. I did finally have to buy a bigger tractor because the tiny little plows I had, because after corn, you have to plow. And running a tiny little plow was just starting to take too much. So I bought this little John Deere. It's an 8R. It's, I think, 350 horsepower. Let's take a look at exactly how strong it is. So it's the first large tractor, 357 horsepower, which is good because the plow needed 350. 320. All right, so I got 30 extra. Hey, I kept one of the small ones. You might still use the small one on some of the smaller fields, so we can run 2. And then the big change is, oops, let's put that, we got nothing in the front. The big change we're gonna have to do is the mower, because I felt like we need a bigger mower at this point. So I don't think I bought that yet, so let's take a look at that. I don't see any mowers here. No, so we need to buy the mower. So I bought the big tractor with the thinking that we could also use that to mow. So instead of a 9-meter, we're going to step this up a little bit. We're going to buy this pair, which is still going to put it into strings, I think, so I don't have to run a rake afterwards. We could run a rake and run a huge rake, but that's 2 passes. So instead, I prefer just to do 1 pass and a little bit width at a time. So we'll buy this. And then by this, I can't remember, there's 2 different versions of this one. I think this one does not. There you go. So this one has the collector plate, so you're going to do it into 1 row. See, that's 12.3 meters, so you're going to do quite a bit. But it does take 350 horsepower to run, so hopefully this two with 357 is enough. It's fairly flat, these 2 fields. We have grass on, so I feel like we ought to be all right. Now this one is a toad mower instead of a normal butterfly. Most butterfly mowers sit on a tree point. Those didn't provide really much benefit in width. So we're gonna try this one. Gonna admit, I don't really know how this works or if it's gonna work, but guess what? It's only one way to figure out. Let's see if we can get over the hill. Fold out the front, fold out the back, see if there's any. So see here it says wide spreading, so we're going to figure out how we're going to change that. Control Y, left swap, you can see the panels falling, right swap, wide spreading, both up, and central. So we'll do the central one because that's just easier with running the thing after it. If we did this all manually, then you could make an argument of running left swat, right swat, then put them on top of each other so that you had actually 2 runs on the tractor per run you do on the pickup. Yeah, that'd be too much work. None of that, we don't like a lot of work. All right, so 12.3 meter, we'll do 3 laps. Let's see how that works. That's still a lot of laps back and forth. Did that do it right? Yeah, it looks about right. All right. Mowing. Save course. Field 11, 12.3 meters. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just start it there. We won't be 100% right. That's okay. So see, he puts it into a nice big string. Da-da-da. So I said the problem with pull behinds that I don't know how well this is going to follow behind it. But you know what? There is only one way to figure out. So we're going to have a lot of this machine running right now. Um, so yeah, we got 2 grass fields and a lot of corn fields that need to be. So I can foresee in the future. I mean, that's a lot of corn right here. I mean, we got corn all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4 large fields of corn. I haven't bought this one yet. I bought this one and harvested corn off it because it had corn on it that was ready to go. All right, let's get this guy going. Let's see how it does in the turn. I have a feeling it's kind of leaving things behind, but let's see. Yeah, see the tractor went wide on the front. This is a problem when you have more on the front and more in the back. They don't follow each other. So I really should rake first. Um, but then I prefer not to use this machine. I prefer to put the rake right in front of the wagon that picks it up. That costs too much stoppage, and then I need to have 2 machines to go pick up so that we can speed things up, and it just gets messy. So we'll run this for a while. We'll see how that goes. You know, if it becomes too problematic, what we'll just do is we just put a direct cutter on this, which honestly, that's a 6-meter direct cutter that fits on this. You can, of course, get mods that go higher. But when you think about it, if I do 6-meter cut on this, that's the same number of laps based around this field as the mower at 12 and versus that at 6, because I had to do 2 laps. So time-wise on the machinery about the same, but it would take twice as long to mow the field. It would be a very clean way of doing it because you cut it and pick it up immediately and put it into wagons. There's nothing left over on the field. Probably see if I could find something a little bit more than 6 meters. I don't know why 6 meters is default because it does corn at 9 meters. And there's a heck of a lot more mass on corn. Now it does drive slower when you pick up corn. It just goes like 6 mile per hour instead of 11 or 9. This worked fairly well. Should be picking up here pretty good. Should take about a lap to fill it up. Maybe not, no more than that for this one. This one is big, forgot. So this goes at 11. How fast does the tractor go? So this goes at 14. So it mows fairly quick. If I'm going to guess, this farm grows to about 2.5, 3,000 cows. We're probably going to need 2 of these at least, so that we can keep up with both corn cutting or chopping and grass harvest at the same time, or straw harvest from the wheat fields. That way we can keep more machines running. More machines running means more food, more faster. It's pretty smart, huh? So that's what we got going on in the fields. This is going to be a lot of driving around in circles. I like this tractor. It's a big John Deere. It's their biggest series that's not articulated. It goes up to about 450 horsepower. So we got some room to grow on this thing, so we can use this for heavy pulling. So far, I haven't bought, except for the plow, nothing that this tractor has to do. Because I wanted to leave the smaller tractor also has something so the planting can be done with the smaller of the 2 tractors, this one. That way, when we have corn and I'm plowing, we can get the plowing going, and then we can put this one to planting behind it. So not optimal. We could, of course, just buy another big tractor, and eventually we'll probably have two. Eventually, you get big enough, you're going to have a big articulated tractor, because that's like the goal of all farming, I think, is to have a big articulated tractor. I haven't seen any models for the new ones. John Deere just came out with new articulated tractors, and I think the highest one's like 850 horsepower. It's like a huge jump. And it's an absolute monster, size-wise. Yeah, sure about that. I have to stop and find a package. Electronics, too many different chargers. All right, so the chopper, harvester, whatever you want to call it, forage harvester, I think they call them in the game. You just call them chopper on the farm. So about 200,000 on a lap. All right. So if you use the original forage wagon, that's about 1 lap per wagon, which makes sense. With a 9 meters, it took a little bit more. Let's see, you need to go a little wider. A little wider. How much? All right, we're going 11. Let's see, this is a command view right here. When you're really doing planting, you probably have like another monitor and a monitor back here. It's crazy. There's more computers on these tractors than there used to be on airplanes. I forgot to set the removal off. Ignore that one. Let's try it. I think if you offload this, it should have enough room for the entire field. It's always a little interesting when you have a new equipment and you have two things running in the same field. If it's going to work, you might have things running into each other. It's okay. We'll just have to adjust it. It's like this view normally. Like, how do you see it? You just sit back here and look. I never liked doing this offloading on the fly, either from the combine or whatever. Luckily for us, when we were chopping grass, we had a wagon that had the pickup and the chopping in the wagon all in one unit. So you just had to do that. You filled it up, you fold it up to pick up, all hydraulic, of course. And then you just drove to the farm and offload it into our store. So just because we don't know the path, we're going to park this for now outside here. Let's get and wait. Let's go take a look at the cows. Yeah, cows. 1,200 of them. And if you look at the bottom, I have started actually using the food stored here. So you're going to have to put some more mineral feed in there pretty soon. But we have almost full 5 million in food. We got plenty of hay, silage, and straw currently there. As you see, we only filled up 6 out of the 15 million for silage. Let's see how much we got to the silage factory. So we got then 500,000 of hay and 1.4 million of total mixed ration. So I'm going to leave that for when we put up the next barns. We have some Kickstarter for it. So we have no silage. I offloaded all the silage. So that's it. That's why we need more. As you can see, I can store like 15 million pounds of silage. We have plenty of room for more silage. Now we could plant more grass field and also use grass to create silage, but I like to do things with corn instead. It produces more volume. And that way you can rotate the fields and use them to plant wheat or barley or oats, so you get some straw that you also need to create food. All right, so let's pre-position some equipment here. This tractor, I think, is going to be with us forever. I don't know if you can hear that. The fighter plane is zooming in over my house. Happens quite often when you have an air base next to you. All right, that's set up to go. So this can normally see two lines this close to each other. I mean, there's going to be problems if you try to do things, because then if one is running one way, you can see the little error both ways. If one's on the way up, the other one's the way down, you're going to have a problem. But this might be fast enough that it's going to be ahead of the line by the time you get there. See this long line right here? I'm not entirely sure what that does. See it on here? I guess because the width down here is going to come back up here, sent all the way down there just to be a tiny little stripe up there and then turn around. I think that's what it's trying to do. We'll follow it around and see what happens. Your stupid little ledge. Just cut that off. Which, whatever it's going to do, it's going to be on the next lap, so. I do like this combo mower here, but would be nice to have this size, but actually attached as a tree point, because it would move it all the way up here. But it does make it easier to maneuver. Probably didn't need an 8 series John Deere for this thing, done at 7 series, but this way I have a little bit of room to grow on it. Yeah, so this goes to 388, so this goes basically a little bit above where the 8 series started. It is quite a bit smaller though, size-wise. But I would have had to go up to the second to biggest one, so 271,000. So, you know, just 30,000 difference, but here I got room to grow it to 388, 420, or 458. So when I need more power, I got more power. Now what I really need is a JCB to run the wagon squid because they're fast, so I can get back to the factory, back to the farm faster. All right, let's see what this thing. I set it up to do 3 laps and then go back and forth. So let's see what it does when it gets around here. Kind of interested to see this. I think it's going to go all the way down to the other end without doing anything. It's a stupid waste, but hopefully in Farming Simulator 2025, from what I see, it looks like they're going to come with an auto tool like this, so hopefully it'll be better. So we're just going to drive, so I think let's do this. Field speed, when you're not doing anything, just go fast. Go faster, go faster, faster. Hold on, come here, yes. I might catch up on this. That'd be bad. It's a race to the end of the field. Where is it? Can't see it. Whoa. Okay, so we didn't go all the way down. Okay. Oh, this is weird. Okay, dude. I don't know what you're doing. Did a pirouette and then you're going back. That was just strange. Okay, we're not touching the controls. We're gonna let the computer figure this out. Alright, here we go. Let's see what happens. Well, I'll tell you what, that's certainly not the way I would have done this if I was doing it manually, but, because if you go down here and up and down, you wouldn't have to do this strip back here. Huh. Could try to do 4 laps instead of 3, maybe it'd be better. Okay, this is going to be awfully close up here, whatever it decides to do. Come on, little crone. Get out of my way. You can do it. You can do it. See, the wheels on the mower actually do turn, which helps it not be too bad when it's going around the turn as far as picking things up. It's not 100%. That might just be where the front is versus the front on Hey, now we're racing. You know. It's the world's slowest drag race. Yeah, slowly pulling it. Oh, it did the weird thing too. Meh. This is odd. So I could rake this into pretty much two. I used to do this, but it's such a world pain. So you can use, yeah, that's a small one. That bigger one, let's see. Oh, oh, this one. So these are pretty cool. It's a belt that merges that a big rake's going across. But you can make them drop in the middle, left or right. So if you line this up right, then you can get two of them. So 9.5 meters or 19 meters into one, but you make it 18 meters. However, I can't quite get it to work. I used to have a mod that would make just multiple machines go up and down. And with that, I could actually time it right. I probably could, I just had to try it. But you had to make sure it starts right, then starts on. It's just too messy. Because then you had to make another course play that correspond with the new width. And if you don't get that right, then you don't pick up anything. You could manually pick it up, I suppose. So I prefer to do it this way. Now, see, that's why there's a little strip there. See, if I've got 6% overlap on the round instead of 7%, I would have gotten it all in one pass. Well, yeah, we could definitely do this more efficiently. If I want to do hay, I should spread this out, let it dry out, and harvest it, then I would be hay immediately. We go right into the cows. So maybe that's something we should do. But that means mowing, spreading, raking, and then harvest. So now you're talking 4 laps instead of 2 laps. This sounds like a lot of work. But it does mean that then we could rake it back into whatever width we wanted to. And if we put it into strings and mow it, still it kind of in strings, so it wouldn't lose the rock terms. Well, maybe it's a good idea. So what would we need? We need a tether to spread it. We could probably get away with something like this. Or even, 30 horsepower, that might be a little too little. 17 meters. You can do this one. With that, if you leave the strings, we can leave it the way things are. 80 horsepower. How much horsepower do we have on the little tractor? Huh? 85. That'd be like almost perfect. So we can do that. Then windrowers. You could do something like this. That's 9.7. 14, that's 15, 14, 15. This one we could go up to 20 meters. So we could almost get 2 of these in one. And that's probably what I would do if I'm going to do it this way. The options. For meters, I could use the same path. Should we? Yeah, we'll do it the next time we harvest. We'll do it this way this time. Let's see if you need to offload 361,000. Yeah, let's offload. That way we don't have to sit and wait for it at the end. There's a lot of grass on this field. It's good, very good. So I think running it that one extra day, letting it get a little bit more ripe than the first time I tried it to harvest gives me quite a bit more yield. Lots and lots of grass. It's good, very good. So 1,200 cows, soon it's going to be 2,000 cows. And then soon after that, it's going to be 5,000 cows. And then we start a new barn. Then it's soon going to be 10,000 cows. And the third barn. Soon we're going to have cows everywhere. And we're going to need all of these fields to be able to feed them. Let's see how far we can take it. See if we can get to like 20,000 cows. See how that works out. Hey, why are you not empty already? Yeah, good enough. So we should just park that right here. We'll start the mowing right there so that we can just go from one field to the other. This one's got 7 minutes. This one is just about done. Good timing. Shut that off. No need to fold. Just going to move to the next field. No, can't take the turn. Look at this. So with the wheel steering on the back, it's really hard to back this thing upright. Trust me, I have tried. Oops. Great job. That. Okay, so she just had to do, okay, that should work. Low, save, 13, 12.3 liters. Off we go. Should I get started, go the right way. I don't know why this happened on this machine. We should be able to take that turn. All right. Let's see what we have for capacity over here. Okay, so you can store 10 million, so we're not going to be anywhere close to that. So we're good, we don't have to upgrade that. Do you have the money to do so? That's finishing. Get this guy ready. I think I can start. Yeah, he's gonna have plenty of time. Let's try the other field. Let's go this way. All right, people. This is Farmer Anders, and I'm gonna end the commentary right here. But I'm gonna let it harvest a little bit more. I don't know for how much longer before we end this. But that's it for now. See you all next time.